Set to go now. And our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. What's the word on him?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Sliced hard but foul.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
And 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Next offering is downstairs.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ground ball up the middle. Fires over to first. 1 out in the top of the first. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Of course, a big piece for them is their DH, Shohei Ohtani.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Mookie Betts, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Turns and fires to Betts. And a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Next offering way off the plate. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights it off. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Comes a 2-2. That one down the line. Sheets steps on the bag. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
First baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
There's Freddie Freeman now. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
On the ground, Cronenworth gets it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Dodgers scoreless, Padres coming up to hit. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Petco Park, towing the slab in today's game, Lou Trevino. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comfort.
2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. And that one a little below the knees. 2-0. And another ball. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
The designated
Luis
hitter,
Ariz
Luis
stands in.
Ariz.
Tatis runs, pitching for a strike, and safe. It's a stolen base. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Man at second, just off the outside edge, and 1-1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
Runner goes again. Strike in there. The throw, tag, and he's out. Outside low. It's 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's outside. And down on strikes. 2 gone.
Batting third. The third
2 out,
baseman,
space is empty.
Manny
Here comes Manny Machado.
Machado.
And Manny gets a piece. Two out, space is empty. Right through there for a strike.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Two outs. Pitch misses. Going to count 1 and 2. On the ground to the left. Muncy sends it to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Padres go down quietly. Scoreless after 1. And we're back.
Leading
Here's
off for Los
Teoscar
Angeles,
Hernandez.
The right fielder, Teoscar
Hernandez measures 6 feet even, 215 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. That one's in there. Strike 1. Hit hard, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here comes Max Muncy. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Our umpire for this one, Freddie Ferguson. A consistent umpire by all accounts.
Yeah, I think the book on him is that he's not necessarily by the book with his strike zone. But once you figure out where he's calling strikes, you can pretty much count on him to stay with that throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that has a reputation for being Fergalicious.
Yes, and, you know, whatever. Fergalicious.
Hernandez gets his lead at first with nobody out. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters. And more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Stepping in, Andy Padres. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Wastes no time there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Michael Conforto will climb in, and that's in for a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Runners at first and second with one gone here at the top of the second. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Righty delivers. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3 double play. And the inning is over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Trevino back to work. That one misses, and that is ball one.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Fouled off. He was late. Into left center for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Gets against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. He's been a great free agent sign. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe in second with a stolen base. Late on that fastball.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And that's in the dirt. And a count 1-2. Out to short. Bats up with it. Throws to first in time. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Good sinker low in the zone right there, and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep into counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Man at second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Ball one to Bogarts.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Here's a chopper to short. Bats up with it. Bogarts retired.
Batting 7, the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Ball 1. 1-1.
Right through there for a strike. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now batting Tyler Wade. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Martin Maldonado up to hit. Pitch is in there. 0-1.
0-1.
Two on, 2 outs. Fought off foul. Fly ball down the line. Conforto sizes this one up. He's got it, and that will end the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. On to the third inning. Tommy Edman at the plate.
The second baseman, Tommy Edman.
First offering in the dirt. That's a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And that one misses up and in. 2-2.
2-2 the count.
On the ground right side. Sends it over to Sheets. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
And next for L.A., Dalton Rushing. First
1-0.
offering misses badly for ball one.
Hey.
And that's
Ball,
outside.
That pitch is out.
This to center field. Merrill coming on. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. And there's two away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Ohtani now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Late with the swing there.
0-2.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one carrying, and it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. And this game is tied. It's 1-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself at bat after at bat. He's that confident. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Here's Mookie to hit. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
The 0-1. Betts takes low. Two down, bases empty, but one run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. Raging back towards the wall. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. All even at 1 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. Set for the bottom of the third. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
With Tatis at the plate, we're looking at a player that is never going to be considered boring. He's an electric player that manages to make plays most players wouldn't consider trying. And he plays the game his own way. It's a big reason why he's considered such a fan favorite.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Now the DH for the Padres, Luis Arias. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. That clips the corner.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Oh, he hit him.
Boom, that got him.
And that got him pretty flush. Now Machado up here. 0 for 1 so far.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Right through there for a strike.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation where he needs something on the ground.
Tied up here in the early going. That one missing inside. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Over to Edman. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing doing here this half. 3 innings complete. All tied 1-1. Back here in San Diego. And the batter now, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie.
Very humble guy, and you know, on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boog. He's just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep. Next pitch is outside. Just missed. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Go-ahead run on base, and now Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, tag, and they got him.
Such a quick and fast swing of emotions right there. You get the runner on with the walk, which is great, but then picks a bad pitch to go on, and you just erase the free pass that you were issued. I understand you want to be aggressive, you want to try to get in the scoring position, but you just have to be a little smarter there.
All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Ball.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
The 2-2 stays alive.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Muncy digs in. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold off if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swings through that.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And that just misses.
2-2 the count.
And it remains 2-2. Caught him looking for the K. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here at Petco Park. Bottom of the fourth. Now at the plate, Jackson Merrill. The pitch. Ball one, no strikes. It's in and out of his glove. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
First baseman, Gavin Sheets.
And now the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. He's 0 for 1. There's the strike at the knees. Movement in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Number 86 also getting ready. One down, base is empty. That's in there. 0-2 now.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
The 0-2 just missed. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Now one
2
missed.
balls, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Lou Trevino won't go any further, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
Number
Los
70
Angeles.
on to pitch out of the pen here.
Number 70.
Well, at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. Grounded out his first time up. The shortstop takes the ball. Check swing went around. And the count 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Gets him to chase after that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't
Now
give in.
batting,
Everything was on
baseman,
time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And now Jake Cronenworth swinging a foul straight back. Bogaerts, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throw on to Freeman, and that'll do it. 1 left for San Diego. Score remains deadlocked at 1. We go to the top of the 5th, and now the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Padres.
24 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Cease back to work. That's off the mark. Ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
Just off the inside edge. High fly ball down the left field line. That ball's carrying, and it's off the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
And here is Michael Conforto. He's 0 for 1. And that's outside. And that's ball one. And another ball.
Ball two.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And ball four, two aboard.
First base.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Second baseman, Tommy.
And here comes Tommy Edman. Grounded out his first time.
That's down.
Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish. Six straight outside the strike zone.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Good hitters count the 2-0. And that misses as well. First and second, no outs. And we're at the top of the fifth.
Hey!
Double play ball to second. The throw to second is offline. Everybody's going to be safe.
The catcher, Dalton.
Second baseman definitely have some pretty tough throws to make when they're trying to feed the shortstop at second for a double play turn because of the angles and difficult footwork. So it's always a difficult play, but one that needs to be made. When your pitcher gets you that ground ball that can be a double play, it's a killer when you can't get at least one out of it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Dylan Cease out of the game, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for the Padres.
We've got ourselves a pitching change. Stephen Kolek.
Well, he's been excellent against left-handed hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pin in terms of the matchup.
So bases all loaded up. Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Dalton Rushing. Golden opportunity right here. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
1's the count.
The Dodgers threatening.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Pitch is in the dirt. Ball one. Action in the pen down there. Yuki Matsui up and throwing.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And that is downstairs. And it's 2-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
In the air, left field, down the line. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. And they're up by 3. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Shohei Ohtani. He's already homered here in this one. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Runner at second, nobody out. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Here's Betts. 0 for 2 in this one. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tatis corrals it. And there's one away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And that one fouled off. Next offering is down low. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 2. He swings and fouls one off. pitch kicks away. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With one out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Freeman takes his lead at third with one away. On the corner for a strike, and the count is 1-2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the sweeper, and it was effective.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Here's Muncy to hit. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. And there's the ball.
That's out.
Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
You're getting a taste right here of what Max Muncy does. Has a really good eye at the strike zone. And it's fouled away. 2 outs with a runner at third. Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. A massive home run. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 8-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Oh, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Stephen Kolek will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
Number
the Padres.
66 gets the ball now.
Number 66.
He's into the game with the bases empty. Two down, bases empty. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. And the first pitch misses for ball one. That's down and in.
That's a ball.
And there's a foul ball. Fouls one off. 2-2. And a breaking ball misses outside. That one ripped. Tatis going back.
That ball's foul.
Tries to make the play, but it's foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Tosses to first, and that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. Back after this on the show. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So digging in now for San Diego, Tyler Wade.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs. A couple of hits in a row for him here. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
The catcher,
Man at first, nobody out. Next for the Padres, Martin Maldonado. And that's in for a strike.
You know, these Padres looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Almost got him.
2 strikes.
Nobody out. Runner at first. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And the runner stays where he is.
Well, that's pretty much the dream 2-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
That's towards center. Pajes settles underneath it. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
The designated hitter, number 4, Luis Arias.
So here's the Padres DH, Luis Arias. Just missed.
Ball 2.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
2 outs. Line drive, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already is bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Tag, not in time. He's safe. It's 8-2. So 2 down. And now here is Jackson Merrill. Just missed. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it drops in. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead.
That's 3 singles in a row. These days, most outfielders play pretty deep, and I'm not sure if that was a factor there or not, but off the bat, you're thinking it's going to be a pop out, and it just kind of nestled into that spot where no one was able to get to it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
And the batter now, Gavin Sheets. And it's fouled off. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Out to short, Betts. On to first, inning over, and it could have been worse. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. We're through 5. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Padres 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 6. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Michael Conforto. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Yuki Matsui getting ready to go. Reynolds, a right-hander, loosening up as well. And that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, second baseman, Tommy Edman.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. And there's one away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fastball for a strike.
0-1's the count.
In the dirt.
No ball.
To second, and he's out.
You know, Boog, this is the part of the game that oftentimes is overlooked. This is the grunt work. Great job of the catcher using his body to deaden that pitch, keeps it close, and then throws a strike down to second. Hats off.
The 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 6, 7, 8, 2 in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Padres 3. Back here in San Diego, bottom of the 6th. Stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Activity in the bullpen. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Fouled off left side. That one's in there, and it's 1-2. Inside, almost got him. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
We got a full count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Next to hit, Jake Cronenworth. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Bogarts aboard here at first with nobody out. Now this one gets away from the catcher. And it's a ball and a strike as the runner holds. That one the other way. Nice stop. Not in time. He's safe. So up next, Tyler Wade. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Line drive, makes the catch for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Maldonado.
2 on with 1 out, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Martin Maldonado. Fastball for a strike. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is fouled back. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Got him swinging.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Back to the top of the lineup, Fernando Tatis Jr. The next up for the Padres. Nice grab. Throw to first. What a play. Inning over. Padres leave a pair. Can't chip away at an 8-3 deficit. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish, and the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
First pitch just misses. That one fouled off. And that's down and away. Next offering is in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Fielding for the wall, makes the catch and foul ground.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Betts batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Ripped on a line to center. Merrill pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie.
2 outs, base is empty. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Tatis going back. Makes the catch, crashing into the wall.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
7th.
86.
Number 86.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big
Leading
leads
off
because
for the
it
Padres,
just doesn't have the same
the designated
intensity as a
hitter,
tight game.
Luis.
So we'll see how sharp he is.
Ryan.
Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Fastball for a strike. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the
third
zone,
baseman,
and he just couldn't hold up the
13,
swing.
Manny.
You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take,
Machado.
and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Machado
Nope,
at the
down.
plate now. That's ball 1.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
And Manny gets a piece. One down, base is empty. Foul ball there.
Well, you put good velocity in the head of the hitter. He's got to get it ready early and then change speeds. Keep him off balance. That's the goal.
And that one just
outside.
missed off the outside edge. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk
The
about
center
the
fielder,
benefits,
number
the
3,
advantages of relievers
Este.
who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Merrill in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one off the mark, and now it's even 1-1. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. We go to the 8th, and here is Teoscar Hernandez.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back there, and that is a foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All three pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Here comes Max Muncy. He's already homered in this game. And that one is in for a strike. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2. And he grounds one back up the middle. Whips it to first. They get the out on Muncy.
Up next for the Dodgers, the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And takes low for ball one. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is in for a strike. Can't glove it cleanly, but they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. Dodgers down in order, but they lead at 8-3. And we're back, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now, Gavin Sheets.
Gavin Sheets.
And that misses. 1-0. That one catches the corner.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Muncy makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
2 down, bases empty. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1. The Dodgers leading by 5 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
One ball,
I think he was sitting off
2
speed
strikes.
there.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Next offering misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Cronenworth will take his base.
Take your base.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You got to get out of the inning first, And then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Wade stands in now and watches strike one. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
That one out to right. Hernandez settles underneath it. Nabs it. And that is that. Ready to go now. Here's Shohei Ohtani. That's off the inside corner. And we are underway. The wind to kick the pitch. That one a little bit high. Now 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Up the middle. And that chance handled. Over to first. And they get Ohtani for the out. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Mookie Betts.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not? Let's go, Dylan.
Mookie Betts in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. One out, bases empty. There's a strike. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That one missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 up, 2 down. Here is Freddie Freeman. That misses. And that's ball 1. Two out, space is empty. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. He made him pay for that one. Home run number 10 on the year. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Good power, not great in the OBP department. That's a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And a foul ball. And
Ball
now
match
1
outside.
and 2.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Nope. Outside.
I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball.
Count is
And
3
that
and
one's
2.
a little bit low. Full count 3 and 2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 3 and 2. Payoff pitch. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, Lou Trevino.
And a guy like this is going to keep you in the ball game. He's going to go out there, compete. Not going to see a whole lot of flair and flash, but he's going to hand it over to the bullpen at some point. And if you've been able to score a few runs, you'll be in it late. So we'll see if he's able to do that for his club in this one.
We go to the bottom of the first. Stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. That clips the corner.
0 and 1. All 1.
And there's a ball. Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Luis Ariz stands in. That pitch gets the corner. Strike 1. Trevino throws to first. Tatis dives back in. Here's the 0-1. Tatis runs.
Inside,
Pitch misses
1.
in. Throw to second, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Swings and chases a low one there.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Back to the mound. It hit him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right.
Batting third.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So a man aboard, and now it's going to be Manny Machado. And that one fouled off. Ariz leads off first with one away. Way outside, and gets away. The rise into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Man at second.
That's ball 2.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And the slider just misses.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Back to work, 3-2 now. And Machado able to spoil that pitch. Line drive, caught.
Batting fourth, the center.
As we take a look at the Padres lineup. Chris, this is an offense that puts the bat on the ball. Tough outs pretty much throughout the lineup, and they have fewer strikeouts than any other team in the league.
Yeah, Boog, and I just remember as a player, when you're going up against a club like this, it keeps you on your toes all game long because you got to make plays for your pitcher on the defense. And so an offense like that can really put some pressure on that defense. So they can swing the bats, put it in play, but I also think if they run the bases hard, it adds another element to their game.
Jackson Merrill in the box now. No balls and a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That's off the mark. 1-1. You rewind and think back to those Giants teams that won 3 world titles. They were pretty good contact-based teams. Obviously, the Royals as well. It feels like it's swinging back a little bit towards there's an advantage to having some guys in your lineup that make contact.
Two to count.
Rip to third. Zips it across, and that is that. Padres leave 1. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Petco Park, and now it's Max Muncy.
Number 13, Max
Cease, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Cease back to work. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Maldonado collects, fires to first, gets him. 1 away on the third strike.
Take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Andy Pajes, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Strike 2. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Maldonado to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Back-to-back curveballs and back-to-back whiffs. And I tell you what, that's having a feel for what you can beat a hitter with. And clearly, he wasn't picking up that breaking ball at all.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. That one pushed to the left and foul. Two down, nobody on. That's too low. And 1-1. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. And that extends the inning.
Batting 8th, the second baseman, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman at the plate. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. He was late there. Strike 1.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That's a little high. And a count 2-1. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
To the right side. The throw to first. That's the 3rd out. So the Dodgers leave 1. They lead it 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. So digging in now for San Diego, Gavin Sheets. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Just missed. On the ground, and it goes just foul. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Pretty good spot, hard and inside. That's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
And here comes Xander Bogaerts. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And that drops in for a strike. Bogaerts swings through that one.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The shortstop takes the ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Sheets gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Next pitch is downstairs.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Well, not every great at-bat ends in a hit. He saw a lot of pitches. That kind of an at-bat can be contagious to a lineup.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. There's the strike. Man at first, one away. That one's upstairs, ball one. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Ground ball left side, could be two. Over to Edman. On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We played two full. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Padres nothing. Top half of the third inning, and here's the catcher, Dalton Rushing. Late on that fastball.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That one in the dirt. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Fastball is outside. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Mookie Betts at the plate now. He's one of the few players in baseball history to win the MVP and World Series in the same season.
Yeah, that 2018 Red Sox season was special.
And so was 2024 for Mookie and the Dodgers. Just like that Boston team, LA won the World Series with the MVP in their roster. Instead of Mookie, though, it was Shohei who claimed the double. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And the count is 1-1. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
And here's Freddie Freeman. He's already homered here in this one. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That one almost got him.
1 strike.
Runner takes off, and that is out of play. Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Runner on the go again. And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. 1 left for LA, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. Here's the left fielder, Tyler Wade. And a ground ball to first. Freeman takes it to the bag. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning.
Batting 9th, the catcher, Martin Maldonado.
Martin Maldonado up to hit. First offering, and it just misses. Right through there for a strike. Liner snagged at first.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Led off the bottom of the 1st with a walk. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. And another ball. Pitch misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Off the outside edge, ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
So here's the Padres DH, Luis Arias. Reached on an infield single his first time. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Throw over to first.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
This one in the dirt. Two outs. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the 3rd. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That misses. The count now 2-2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run. Tatis runs, chases the changeup in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. One left for San Diego, and it remains 1-0. Back here in San Diego, start of the fourth, and now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Merrill makes a move towards the gap. Got it. Really had to move for that catch. One down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Muncy takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a foul out of play. 0-2 now. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses. Strikeout number 8. Dodgers go down quietly, but they lead it 1-0. And we're back. Down the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
And that's in there at the knees.
0-1's the count.
One now. Just missed.
That's the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Lou Trevino done for the night, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
New arm
Los
out of the
Angeles.
bullpen, number 70.
Number 70.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Next up is the cleanup spot for the Padres. Jackson Merrill. First time up, he grounded to third.
Ball one, no strike.
In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Runner at first with no outs here. And that's
Ball
way
two.
high. Ball two. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Kirby Yates, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Number 86, also throwing. Fought off foul. The 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Nobody out. Runner at first.
Three and two.
In the dirt. Runner holds, and it's a full count. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball
Now
nicely
batting,
and just
the first
bunched him
baseman,
up on
Gavin.
the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Now here is Gavin Sheets. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Outside.
Ball, that's out.
And that one is lifted in the air. And it falls. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, one out.
Now just a
No
nice
matter,
job
number
coming
two.
through in a pretty high-level spot
Denver.
right there. With the way defenders
Road
track
guard.
down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. In the air to left center. Conforto brings it in. 2 down.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. 0 for 1 so far.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Out towards left center. Conforto on the move. He's got it. And that ends the inning. Padres leave a pair. They still trail 1-0. Back here at Petco
Leading
Park.
off for the Dodgers,
Top 5,
the
John
left fielder,
Sciambi with
number
Chris
23,
Singleton.
Michael
And leading it off, Michael Conforto. Cease back to work. That's in there. 0-1.
Man,
0-1.
nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Next offering is fouled back. 0-2 now. There's another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Man, that looked like a pretty good swing, and I was waiting for it to get hammered somewhere. I mean, breaking ball, but he just somehow missed it. Timing looked solid, and his balance was there. He wasn't out on the front foot. Great pitch to hit, but just came up with nothing but air. So, tell you what, that's not a good feeling at all.
Edman stands in now and watches strike 1. Edman goes 5 feet 9 inches, 195 pounds, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2016. There's a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
And up next for Los Angeles, Dalton Rushing. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
Well, he's saying who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now the left fielder, Tyler Wade.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Inside, ball 1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Pitch misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Next pitch is outside. Martin Maldonado in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next offering is in for a strike.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Martin Maldonado will hit next. He's 0 for 1.
Maldonado.
High fly ball down the left field line. Conforto pulls it down. That's out number 2.
Now batting, Right fielder, Fernando.
So the batting order turns over. In steps El Nino, Fernando Tatis Jr. Missing inside, and that's ball one. Just
Outside,
missed.
that's a ball.
Foul ball. That's hard hit on the line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Padres nothing. Back here in San Diego. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now Shohei Ohtani. That's in there. Strike one. That's a little bit low. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Now all even up. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Here's Mookie now. First pitch misses. There's a strike to Mookie. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And it is 2-1. And it's fouled away. Turns and fires to Betts. Up the middle, and that one handled. No play. That's an infield single.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right there, he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
And there's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Yuki Matsui, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Kolek getting cranked up as well. Betts, the base runner at first with 1 out. Base hit center field. The throw to third. He's in there.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Hernandez, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. That one hooked foul. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Well, obviously, that was nowhere near the strike zone. By the time it got to the plate, people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Here's Max Muncy.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Nope.
Close, but call the ball. And it's 1-0. Runners on first and third, 2 away. In for a strike, good slider.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
That's in there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Stays alive. Two on, 2 outs. Goes down looking.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the DH, Luis Arias. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Number 13, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado up to the plate. 1 for 2. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. That's down and in. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Alex Vesia, the left-hander, up and throwing. Bonda getting loose as well. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back. And again, really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Now it's going to be Jackson Merrill.
0-1.
And it's even up.
Out.
Just missed.
Ball 2.
And now it's even up.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, sat down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Here's a 2-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Steven Kolick.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Steven Kolick.
Andy Padres steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Number 44, Andy Padres.
And that one wrapped foul.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Here's the 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Off-balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Next to hit, Tommy Edman.
Second baseman, Tommy Edman.
That one misses, and that's ball one. Runner takes off. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it gets by him. Still manages to throw.
Now batting, the catcher, Dalton Rushing.
Dalton Rushing steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's a strike.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
And now the 0-1. Just missed. Working down to the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking for some weak contact or to get this hitter to roll over. Now
puts it away for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that one fouled off. Little chopper rolls foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
That one outside. Going to count 1 and 2. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. He went around. Tough call, but that ends the inning.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Alex Vesia.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And here's the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. He's 2 for 2.
Gavin Sheets.
And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Brings it in, and there's one down. Here's Xander Bogaerts.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And there's a base hit to the left. And the Padres have a man aboard with one out.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now Jake Cronenworth.
1-0.
In the dirt, and no movement on the bases. It's ball one.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Over to first, and he's saved.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap. Boog, the runner at first, needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
That's the third. Off balance speed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Stepping in for San Diego, Tyler Wade. That one's in there. It's 0-1.
Well, with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. With the tying run on at first, here at the bottom of the seventh. He goes down looking. Back here at Petco Park, we're at the top of the eighth. Now it's Mookie Betts. Kolek back to work. The shortstop takes the ball. And strike one to Mookie Betts. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1. High fly ball out towards left center. Wade on his way over. He's got it, and there's one down. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's already homered in this game.
Freddie Freeman.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the eighth. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. Two outs, base is empty. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at one.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Dodgers.
for the Dodgers, Anthony
Number
Banda.
43.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Jose Iglesias.
They're running out of time in this game, trying to get something started here.
Late swing, fouled off.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Betts. Now the throw to first on the run. On the money. Nice play.
Now batting. Right
So with 1 down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 0 for 1. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one fouled off. And now it's 1-2. Now here's a flare off the bat. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
Designated hitter, number 4.
Now the DH for the Padres, Luis Arias, 1 for 3. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Bonda, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2012. And another ball. That's a strike, and it's 2-1. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. In there at the knees, and the count's even at 2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Adrian Morejon. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 50, Adrian Morejon.
Now into the ball game on defense, Elias Diaz. He takes over behind the plate.
Number 17,
Max Muncy at the dish.
Elias
0 for 3
Diaz.
with 3 strikeouts. In there at the knees. Just off the inside edge. Way out front for strike 2.
It's a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
And that one missing low.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Andy Pajes getting ready to hit.
Andy Pajes.
Right through there for a strike. Tap dances out of the way of that one. On the ground to third. Fires across the diamond. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th. Running out of chances to pad the lead. 2 down, bases empty. And next for LA, Michael Conforto. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And that is that. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Tanner Scott.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, one-run game digging in. Manny Machado.
Manny Machado.
Ground ball up the middle. Edmonds slings to first. One out, bottom of the ninth. He's 2 outs away. Merrill now at the plate.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And there's a hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now snap throw to first. Merrill back in on a dive. Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Throw, and they got him. A 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Lifted to left, and this should do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.